This is the Showbiz Radio review of Love, Sex, and the IRS, performed by Laurel Mill Playhouse in Laurel, Maryland. Mike and I saw the performance on Saturday evening, March the 22nd, 2008. This is Laura.
This is Mike. This is a very funny show. Laurel Mill did a good job bringing this together. I really liked their set. It fit perfectly for the space they have, and it was a good time.
Yes, this was a funny show. Sometimes the timing may have been a bit off, but the physical comedy was great. I loved the set. I loved what they did with it, the detail that they did with it, and I think everybody had just a really good time, as I did.
Love, Sex, and the IRS is a play by William Van Zandt and Jane Millmore. It's the story of John and Leslie, two guys living in New York City. John is an accountant. He does their taxes and saves a little money by claiming he and Leslie are married. Unfortunately, they get audited, and Leslie has to pretend he is a she and dress up like a woman. John's mother decides to come and visit and help him prepare for his upcoming wedding to Kate, who is also dating Leslie. Put this together and you get a really funny show.
One of the roommates of the house was Leslie. He was played by R. Brett Rohr. He was also the director of this show. He was funny. He got to be the cross-dresser and would have to run upstairs and change clothes and then come back down and be a woman and then run upstairs and change and come down and be a man. He probably got really tired. I really liked his scene actually towards the end of the show when he had to make a fast change and he came down with cold cream all over his face. So I thought that was a really funny scene. I liked how he interacted with Kate as well as John.
His roommate, John Trachtman, was played by Jay Balcar, the other co-director of the show. I think he did a really good job as well. He was trying to keep all these plates spinning, and he almost got away with it. At times, you could see the terror and just the frustration of trying to keep all these stories straight, and him dealing with his mother, played by Maureen Rogers. That was also very nicely done. I liked that relationship they had built.
And then the IRS agent who showed up, Floyd Spinner, was played by Larry Simmons. He did a good job. He was very matter-of-fact, played the line very straightly until he got a little bit of alcohol in him, and then he kind of let loose a little bit. And his physical comedy bits were really funny and maybe a little painful even.
I think the entire cast did a pretty good job. This is a reunion show. Laurel Mill Playhouse did the same production with 7 of the 8 performers in that previous show. We talked with some of the cast members after the show, and they did say it was a little bit easier this time because they were reprising characters they'd already built up. And it definitely showed on stage.
The set for Love, Sex, and the IRS was really neat. Set designers were Michael Hartsfield, James Raymond, and R. Brett Rohr. I just really liked the detail of the show. It was a small space, but they used it very effectively.
I really liked the set for the show. It seemed that it was deeper than the usual sets are, and they made great use of it. I don't want to give any of the specifics away because a lot of the joy of this show is being surprised with what happens next. I did like also the dressing. The cast and a few others raided their closets for memorabilia from the 70s, and I think they did a great job. There was a lava lamp, and there were candles, and the cinder block shelves everybody remembers from their college days. I think they did a great job on how the show looked.
The show was 2 hours with 2 short intermissions. Love, Sex, and the IRS is playing through Saturday, April the 5th, Friday and Saturdays at 8, and a Sunday matinee on the 30th at 2, and a special Thursday performance on April the 3rd, a Pay What You Can night at 8 o'clock at the Laurel Mill Playhouse in Laurel, Maryland.
We'd like to invite you to join our free mailing list. Stay informed with what's happening in the D.C. Region Community Theater. Simply go to showbizradio.net/subscribe.
And now, on with the show.